Hey everyone, Steven from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA on Monday, March 28th, 2022. We're going to have NBA player props, spreads, over-unders here for you today. We're going to have 3 picks that I think are great value bets for the Monday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Can't wait to get there with you guys. Once we get to 5,000, we'll be doing our Parlay giveaways. Really psyched about that. Be sure to check out our community Discord page as well. It's a great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. We'll have a link down in the comment section and in the description where you can check that out. Be sure to also drop your favorite pick down below for today's action. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. I'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, and now a quick shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So you see this beautiful list is always running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you're interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP, there is a join button down below. There's also a link in the comment section and in the description where you can check that out as well. Really just a great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. You get some custom emojis, a badge next to your name, some things like that. So if you're interested in checking that out, like I said, there's links down below for that. Okay, now results from the previous episode. So for our comment cappers, guys, I probably did miss a few today. I ran a little bit short on time, so I couldn't include everything. But I did see Gotta Get the Bag put out the LaMelo Ball over 33.5 PRAs, cash that really easily. And then, like I said, we did have some other comment cappers as well, I believe, but I just wasn't able to sift through all the data. So we will try to get those in next time. As far as our stream results, we went 2-1, securing our 4th straight winning day. We're 9-3 in our last 4 days, which is obviously pretty solid. We'd love to see it. And we honestly had a pretty good night. We started the night 2-0. We were able to cash the under 219.5 points in the Knicks Pistons game. We also cashed the under 10.5 points on Patrick Beverley. Those were pretty much locks. Really nothing, no sweats on those. And then we missed on the Terry Rozier over 28.5 PRAs. He finishes with 25. So obviously he let us down. I may have to go away from Rozier. He's let me down just one too many times this year. So, but we're going to get back after it today, guys. We're going to get this 3-0. So let's get right into our picks. And number 1. We are going with DeJounte Murray over 9.5 assists here for the San Antonio Spurs at -118 odds. So guys, Murray is taking on the Houston Rockets today, which is about the best matchup you could hope for. So far this season, Murray has played the Rockets 3 times, and he's cashed all 3 times to this line with assist logs of 11, 10, and 11. So we'd love to see that. On the season, the Rockets allowing the 3rd most assists to point guards this season. And Murray here actually averages 0.8 more assists on the road as well, which is where this game will be in Houston. So we like to see that. A little bit more comfortable there on the road for him. Last 15 games here for DeJounte Murray. He's averaging 18.5 potential assists per game. He's got an adjusted assist line of 10.9. So we like to see that. Pretty solid overall. Now he is just 5-5 in his last 10 games to this line. But in the ones where he cashed, he had logs of 13, 12, 12, and 12. So honestly, I do like to see that still. Sometimes when you get in tough matchups, you're not going to always expect the guy to cash. But usually when it's a good matchup for him, normally he takes advantage of it. We've had a lot of success with Murray here on the channel. And I think he'll deliver for us again here today. Rockets have also been, a bit more competitive here lately. I can never figure the Rockets out. And the minute I bet against them, they start turning into a great team again. I don't know. It just does something weird. But they have played a little bit better here the last few games. So I don't really see as much blowout potential as there has been in the past. So hopefully the Rockets could at least keep this game close. That'd really be the only thing I'd be concerned about. Outside of that, I think he gets there early, easy. But I do think the Rockets could keep this game close. Like I said, they have been playing a little bit better here lately. So now, last 10 games, Rockets still allowing the 8th most assists to guards overall. So, love to see the recent stuff. Obviously, we want to know how they're doing recently. And, Murray is just one of the game's greatest point guards. He really is. As far as passing the basketball as well, he's always looking for his teammates first. And I'm expecting him here to cash this with ease. I know his high versus the Rockets this year is 11, but I could easily see him getting up in the 12, 13, 14 assist category, because hopefully this game will be a little bit closer, is what we're looking for. One of the games versus the Rockets, he only played like 24 or 25 minutes, so that's part of why that is. But like I said, I think the Rockets can keep it a little bit closer this time. So do like it there for number one pick. DeJounte Murray over 9.5 assists here for the San Antonio Spurs at minus 118 odds. Okay, and at number two, we're going with the New York Knicks plus 5 spread here versus the Chicago Bulls at minus 110 odds. So yes, believe it or not, the Knicks have actually played quite a bit better here lately. They've won 3 in a row. They've covered in 9 of their last 13 games, so that's obviously very solid. And this I also found interesting. They are 7-3 against the spread on 0 days rest. So the back-to-back's really not hurting them too much. They're traveling back from Detroit here to play the Bulls at Madison Square Garden. You know, they played a fairly early game on Sunday there, the first game on the slate there at 3:30. So I think they have enough time anyway to recover from yesterday. And they pulled out a 104-102 win there in Detroit. They're taking out a Bulls team that honestly that has really struggled, particularly of late. The Bulls are 3-11 against the spread over the last 14 games. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games against the spread on the road. So, you know, even that game against the Cavs the other day, let the Cavs creep back into that game. You know, Cavs nearly made a valiant comeback there at the end to get the win. You know, the Bulls looked good for a lot of that game in a lot of ways, but then, you know, near the end they just started breaking down. And the Cavs almost came all the way back and beat them. But, you know, overall, this Bulls team really has struggled defensively post All-Star break. You know, really in the month of February as well. They really had a lot of defensive struggles. And it's still kept up. They still, despite a pretty solid game versus the Cavs, overall the Bulls have struggled defensively. They are 19th in defensive rating over the last 10 games still. They're 27th in offensive rating. So struggling on the offensive side as well in the last 10 games. Knicks on the other side, second in the NBA in defensive rating over the last 10 games, 15th in offensive rating over the last 10 games. So the Knicks really, later in the season here, found some of that groove that they had from last year. Really playing pretty solid, really on both sides of the ball right now. So definitely see this game being close. And I really think the Knicks honestly will win this game, particularly at the Garden. You know, I haven't trusted them at the Garden all season, but that's changed here lately. Like I said, they have played much better lately, which is what I like to see. The rise of R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett has played so much better here later in the season. He's really established himself as more of a star now with how he's been playing. And here, you know, Knicks have actually also had a lot of success here versus the Bulls. They've won 3 of the last 5 meetings straight up. And the most that the Bulls won by in those 5 meetings that we talked about was by 6. So just... I believe it was a 5 spread that day, and the Bulls just barely covered. But you know, here I think the Knicks keep it close. You know, 2 teams right now. It sounds weird to say heading in opposite directions, but as far as the trends say lately, you know, the Knicks have been playing much better. And like I said, the back-to-back shouldn't affect them too much. They've been pretty solid on back-to-backs as well. So do love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, New York Knicks plus 5 spread here versus the Chicago Bulls at minus 110 odds. Okay, and finally at number 3, you guys are going to think I'm somewhat crazy for this, but we are going Darius Garland under 24.5 points here for the Cleveland Cavaliers at minus 106 odds. So yes, we're getting bold here, guys. But believe it or not, the Orlando Magic quietly, very quietly, have been playing good defense here lately. Last 15 games, the Magic actually have the 3rd best defensive rating in all the NBA. Go figure that one out, right? They've been terrible most of the year, but they've been playing great here lately. 3rd best defensive rating. They're allowing the 9th fewest points to guards over their last 15 games, which is pretty solid. And here in this matchup, this spread is set to 9.5, so we certainly do have blowout potential, so I could limit Darius Garland's minutes. Garland has also gone under in 4 of the last 7 games. Now, I was on his over last game, right, versus the Bulls, where he cashed. It was great. We got the win there late. Should he have cashed? No, he shouldn't have. He ended up getting there late, which I was very happy about. But the truth of the matter is he definitely should not have gotten there. And I think this is a game where you got Karis LeVert now working his way into the offense. You got Mobley, Markkanen, Stevens. You got all these guys that can contribute here for the Cavs. And I think this is just a spot where I think we see a little bit more from them. I don't think it has to be on Garland today in a matchup, versus a Magic team that I clearly think that they're better than the Magic, right? And I think Garland could sort of take a night off here a little bit. Does he take? Is he going to get somewhat close to this line? Yeah, he'll probably have around 20 points. But when you have Karis LeVert, when you have all these other guys that could score as well, that could be drawing some better matchups. I look for those guys to have bigger games here tonight. Garland, when he has hit the over, in his last 7 games here where we talked about him hitting 4 times to the over, he's played 41 plus minutes in each of those games. I don't see that happening here tonight versus the Magic. Like I said, the Cavs are clearly a better team. I think that they have a big game tonight. I think there is, like I said, that potential for a blowout. I don't think Garland will have to be ran into the ground like he has been all of March. This guy's been playing 40 plus minutes just about every game, which is crazy. But I think in this particular spot versus an inferior Magic team, this would be a good opportunity for him to play a few less minutes. So looking for his minutes to be down. Like I said, the matchup here actually isn't great for him. Over as far as you talk about last 15 games, the Magic, like I said, playing much better on the defensive end. You have Karis LeVert now back healthy. I think you'll see him, also step up a little bit more. You got Markkanen, who's a very capable scorer as well. And, of course, Mobley inside. So, I do love it there, guys. For our number 3 pick, Darius Garland, under 24.5 points here for the Cleveland Cavaliers at minus 106 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. As always, just want to say that I do appreciate all of you here at the channel and your support. It has been a lot of fun this season, getting to know a lot of you guys and doing these videos. It really has been an absolute joy for me. Be sure to check out our community Discord page as well, guys. It's a great place to connect with our community. Like I said, we have links all over the place for that. Check out our Straight Fire MVP program as well. Great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. One last note I wanted to say on Darius Garland. I just think, his line right now at 24.5 is just a little bit too high, right? That's part of the thing where, where I was evaluating it was like, man, this line is starting to get really high for him. And I just see a lot of opportunity here. So I did mean to say that in the notes. I just wanted to add that in there. But other than that, guys, it's going to do it for me. I wish you guys all the best of luck. Let's cash your bets today as well. Let me know what you guys are playing down in the comments. We'll try to get those picks included in tomorrow's video. Post one pick, though, that you want included in the video. I can't go through like 4 or 5 picks. It just becomes a little bit too much work. So if you want one pick in particular, put a star next to one pick. So then it's just easier for me to sort through. But other than that, guys, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you back here tomorrow. Peace out.